Hi guys, so today we're on Degrassi High Season 1. I know usually I read the descriptions of the episodes and then get into it, but guys, I looked everywhere online and I could not find descriptions of the episodes anywhere. So we're just gonna go with what the episodes are. You can watch Degrassi High online. I think it's on a bunch of different sites. It used to be on YouTube. And then, it might be on HBO Max. Maybe just The Next Generation is HBO Max. But I think all of Degrassi is there because you can probably also find it on YouTube. People have re-uploaded it. But I know the official channel had Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi High, and like all episodes of Degrassi on YouTube. But when HBO Max was going to do that new Degrassi thing that's no longer happening anymore, don't follow through with your promises, HBO Max. Oh, I'm sorry, Max. They still have The Next Generation, which they shouldn't even have anymore. And I don't know if they have High or Junior High, but it should be on the internet somewhere. Anyway, so the first episode deals with abortion. The update is the new school because, you know, it burned down at the end of initiation. And, okay, so the abortion is in the next part. She finds out she's pregnant in this one. They get Snake, they sprinkle him with powder, and Wheels got shaved cream. So that's the initiation, you know. The next one is just abortion and initiation. Heather goes to Spike for advice, which I think was good because, you know, she's, you know, trying to get advice from somebody who was pregnant in high school. And Heather goes to support Erica, which I think was really good. Even though Heather doesn't believe in abortion, I'm glad that she at least supported her sister through the difficult decision. And Raditch saves Joey from the rest of his initiation. So Raditch happened to come out. And of course Raditch was going to get people in trouble, but he did save Joey from having to do the rest of it, so. Episode 3, racism, divorce, and the update is a music video. So, her dad, Michelle's dad wants Michelle to stop seeing BLT, which isn't really a good idea because if your daughter's happy, wouldn't you just want your daughter to be happy? Wouldn't you not really care? If the person's a good person and your daughter's happy, don't you just want your daughter to be happy? And the dad is controlling Michelle. And the mom seeing someone new. And, you know, all that was going on. And I felt a little bad for the dad with the laundry and the cooking scene. Michelle breaks down crying from stress, and then BLT comforts her. That's a good boyfriend you got there. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for her dad, but at the same time, like, her dad can't control her life. Like, that's not a good relationship there. Episode 4, crush on classmate, looking for a boyfriend, and crush on upperclassmen. So, Caitlin rejects Arthur in the nicest way possible because, you know, being friends, which I think it's nice the way Caitlin rejected him in a nice way. You always want to reject somebody in a nice way. You always want to be nice because that puts good energy out there. And you can stay friends with the person because they're probably a good friend towards you. Kathleen gets a boyfriend. Not the best boyfriend. Scott gives me the ick. Caitlin goes to a movie with Claude. So when we go to the making out on lockers, when Kathleen and Melanie are trying to get to their lockers, and there's that couple, I think it's like Nick and the other girl, making out on the lockers, I have a really interesting, are they eating each other? Because the way they're making out, they look like they're eating each other. Disgusting. Kathleen stands up to the girls and gets them to leave their lockers. She yells at them. And then she turns back to Melanie and she's like, the best parts don't only go to seniors. I'm like, yes, Kathleen. The only time I will cheer for Kathleen because, you know, I don't like Kathleen. Episode 5, music video, crush on classmate, bullying classmate, and working with ex. So, they mentioned Caitlyn and Joey, and I got all sad. I felt bad. When they were talking about, oh, Caitlyn and Joey will get back together in the episode. That was sad. Anyway, so my music video gets greenlit by Lucy for project, which is good. Lucy finally said, let's go. Let's make your music video. She was probably done hearing about it every 5 seconds. Claude gave Caitlyn the matching earring and kissed her. I don't like Claude. I'm not one of the ones that liked him. I feel like they weren't a good match. I feel like they didn't, like they had some things in common, but I feel like when it gets to season 2, you'll see why I think they're not a good match. Like it just seemed like nothing really. Erica fought Liz for bullying her, which I don't like that it escalated into a fight, but I do think Erica had the right to tell Liz off, because I get it, you're against abortion, but you don't need to bully somebody. Like, it's a hard decision to make. And Clutch is respectful to Lucy and enjoys their time, which I'm glad that Clutch is being respectful. They had to use his car, that's why he's there. I'm glad he's being respectful to Lucy, but still don't trust him. Okay, episode 6. DV partnered with X. The update is the cast list. The update is the dance and advocate for women's rights. So a funny line is break an arm, and Melanie's like leg, Diana. That's a funny line. With DV, friends try to talk to you, which you should try to talk to your friend, because they sometimes don't realize what's going on, and you should bring to their attention, hey, this is not okay. This is not something that... And he basically WWE wrestles her to the ground in the classroom. And I guess you could show more on TV back then, like late 80s, early 90s. That scene is always hard for me to watch, like especially the first time I watched the show, because God forbid anyone's ever in that situation. God forbid, that's so awful. For Partnered with X, Joey asked what he did after Caitlyn asked to be just friends, and I think it's good to give Joey the closure, but Caitlyn didn't give Joey any closure, so poor Joey. Spike says she'll pay, and things go a little south when she's going on the date with Patrick, and she's like, I'll pay. But then they start over, and, you know, everything's fine. She doesn't like to be touched, then says Patrick is such a gentleman. There was a lot going through my mind, apparently, here. I feel so bad for Joey when he asked what he did. I mean, still, he got no closure. And Scott tries to apologize. She said he hurts her. Obviously. Yeah, no. Don't accept the apology. Episode 7. Crush on classmate. The update's the party. X will not leave her alone. Prejudice against classmate and friend in hospital. So. 1. Tries to follow a magazine. A magazine's advice for how to get a guy. Made out with Wheels. And Heather realizes Wheels doesn't like her, which obviously is going to hurt in the end, but I don't know why Wheels let them start making out if he didn't like her. And he also didn't call Heather, and they're not friends any longer, which is really sad, but I mean, they kind of put themselves in that situation by making out, like, sorry. 2 is ongoing. 3, Maya tells them her mom could have driven and she could have gone to any other movie theater. And Melanie apologizes at least. At least Melanie is the one to be like, look, I'm sorry we didn't invite you. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of a bullshit apology, but at the same time, at least somebody apologized. 4, LD got diagnosed with leukemia, and Lucy skips the party to spend time with LD, which I think is really sweet that she skipped the party to spend time with her friend. And why was everyone watching Wheels and Heather make out? Weirdos. Like, I wouldn't be watching somebody make out. I'd be grossed out by that. Episode 8, smoking, strict guardian, update is the party, fake IDs, and strip club. So school calls Diana's brother and she gets grounded, which obviously if you're going to smoke on school property, you're going to get grounded. But George and her have a heartfelt talk and they made a deal. She quits smoking and he gives her more freedom. I think that was fair. 2, Diana's brother comes to get her from the party, yells at her at the party, and she stands up for herself. So I think it was good that she did stand up for herself in front of everyone. Wheels and Snake got into the strip club. And Wheels and Snake got in but kicked out because they can't afford more drinks. At a strip club, you need to keep buying drinks. Mentioned The Outsiders. Love that. I am a big Outsiders book and movie fan. I saw it in middle school and just became a fan after that. I have the movie and the book. Yick. When she was saying Yick was like Pony Boy or Soda Pop, no, neither, honey. If Yick would be like anybody, I'd say he'd be like 2-Bit. You know, he's making jokes and he's like, or Steve or something. No, I'm just, I know she was going to mention like the most like famous ones from the book that everybody would remember, but like, Melanie, you in that book, you are obsessed. My friends used to say that to me in middle school because that book was so good. I was a little obsessed with it, but it's fine. Joey gets hit on by a prostitute, which I think is really interesting because, like, just, yeah. Are you allowed to say prostitute on YouTube? I don't know. And Tessa gives George a disapproving look. She's like, why are you here? Like, just so like, what are you doing? Like, it was so funny because she's so young and she's giving this older guy like a disapproving look. Dad's rules, seeing someone, driver's ed. Michelle moves out as the update. So Michelle yells at him and moves out and calls him a racist. I think it was good for Michelle to be like, you're a racist, because her dad is a racist. But I don't think it was a good idea for her to move out because, like I said, where was she gonna go? And Patrick talks to Spike about their worries, which I think is good to talk to somebody when you're in a relationship, to talk about your worries about the relationship and things. You should be honest and open. Fun fact, today marks a year with my boyfriend, and I've never made it to a year with anybody. So honesty and communication is very important. And Joey and Snake do not do well on their driver's tests, or their driving instruction. Yeah, you gotta study. It's not just getting behind the wheel of a car and driving. You also have to know to check the car before you get in. You have to know all the different parts of the car. You have to know, like, how... I've been doing driving, and you gotta focus on a lot when you're driving, and I hate it. I also, on top of that, have to wear glasses when I drive now, so I'm driving a lot better than I was without glasses, because I can actually see shit now. But, yeah. Episode 10 continued all that stuff, but a new update is LD's birthday video. So her dad, Michelle's dad, is helping her pay rent, which I think is nice, and maybe he wants her to have more independence. Patrick and Spike are not talked about in this episode. Nancy passes and Snake and Joey fail, which I think is funny because Nancy knew everything, and of course she was going to pass. LD seemed to like her birthday video, but I don't know. She didn't really show a lot of emotion. And it could be because of what she was going through, but I have no idea. Episode 11, protest, ex not leaving you alone, friend trying to talk. So, spray paint on building, Caitlin gets caught on fence, and Claude leaves her. Obviously, not good. He could have obviously helped her. But he said, I'm not scared of getting caught, then gets scared of getting caught. Really? And you bring up, my parents aren't as liberal as yours. Just because parents did protest back in the day doesn't mean they're okay with their kids getting arrested and charged. Scott caught up to Kathleen on her way home and hurt her again. And Kathleen called the police on Scott. Amazing. Thank you. I think that was definitely the right route to do. Arthur and Yick did toilet paper the house. Raditch asked them to help clean up after school. He got the goods on them. But, yeah. Did he really beat you up? Tone deaf. I can't remember who said that to Kathleen, but tone deaf, whoever that was. Like, you know how bad the relationship was. I mean, it was either Diana or Melanie. You were there for it. Like, you know how this person is. Episode 12, PTSD, asking someone to a dance, update rating boys, and date to dance. So, Erica, Heather's having nightmares about the abortion, and Erica and Heather talk about how it affects Heather, which I think is good. I do think Heather was a little rude to say, you're not thinking about my feelings. I get it. But at the same time, Erica was the one that actually went through it. And Erica was the one that it actually affected. Scooter says yes to the dance with Tessa, which I think is really cute that Tessa liked Scooter. And I think it's really cute that he said yes to going to the dance with her. Rating boys is stupid, in my opinion. I just think it's stupid to rate girls, boys, whatever. Just, if you like somebody, like them. You don't have to rate them. But I mean, in high school, we all did something stupid like that. Snake gets Allison's friend to ask Allison's friend to the dance, which I think is Amy, and I think it's really cute that he asked her because he was so nervous to ask her. Allison got Nick, which is that guy that hung out with Dwayne and whatever her name is. Allison gets mad at Amy for saying yes to Snake at the dance and saying, you're not supposed to believe that I was over him, which, girl, just say what you mean then. And they both laugh at how foolish they act when they're taking each other's clothes off and giving things back to each other and people walk in and see them half naked. Friend teaches you how to slow dance. So students see them and laugh. So students, Luke and Clutch, see, I forget what his name is. I don't think it's Bartholomew. I know his last name Bond, but him and Scooter slow dancing in a classroom. And I know what they're thinking. Episode 13, dysgraphia, giving X a second chance, and cheating. So Caitlin gives Joey a pep talk, which I think is really good for Caitlin to be like, look, you're not stupid. It's just going to take you a little longer to do things, but you're still smart and you can still do it. Caitlin hits Claude and his nose bled, so she gets detention. I think it was a good idea for Caitlin to slap him because he was just putting her through so much shit, and she's like, I've had enough. And Maya goes to court with Caitlin, which I think is really sweet. Good 10 out of 10 best friend. I love Maya. Tessa gave Alex a kiss on the cheek, and the teacher said, oh, the test was too easy, so he made a new harder one and ignored the other test scores. So cheating on tests, never good. The teacher will either figure out you did it or you're not going to do well. But Tessa gave Alex a kiss on the cheek because she knew she was going to pass the test. And I think that was cute. Episode 14, horror movie is the update. Shane speaks to Spike, getting people for horror film. So Spike stays friends with Shane and offers to have a coffee with him sometime, and I think that was really sweet because he definitely does need more friends than just Luke because Luke sucks. Everyone laughs at the movie, and Mr. Wallfish gives her a speech and tells her that he liked it, and he's like, well, now you know what you want to do for your next movie to make people, you know, respond the way that you want. But they like it. That's still good. Episode 15, update is finals. Teacher acting weird and taking coffee pills. So Miss Avery tells Caitlin she got fired. Caitlin fought for Miss Avery. Caitlin apologized to Miss Avery and she found a teaching job. And she says Caitlin's fight helped her realize that she helped her go find other schools, and they hug it out. And I think it's good that they made up. But I do understand Miss Avery wanting her own classroom. But at the same time, she could have taken the sub job because she knew all the kids there and all the kids liked her. And Michelle has a breakdown and throws things at BLT, then faints because she's not getting enough sleep and she's taking coffee pills. There's a cute BLT and Michelle moment where he's gloating being right, where he's like, who was right? I'm sorry. And she's like, you were? And he's like, I'm sorry, who? That was really cute. LD's in remission, which is amazing. Obviously, she beat cancer. That's insane. I kind of forgot if they told us what happened to LD. So rewatching is good that she's in remission. Amazing. Amazing. So yeah, that's all of Degrassi High Season 1. I'm still in the middle of watching Season 2. I'll probably, when I stop filming this video, I'll probably end up finishing that up today. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think, if you agree with what I was saying. If you don't, we can have a lively discussion in the comments. Please be nice to everybody. Let me know if you did watch Degrassi High and if you're a fan of it. Let me know who your favorite characters are. And we have one more video to film, which is Degrassi High Season 2. And that will be the end of all the episodes of Degrassi. But do not despair. People have told me when I was making the Next Generation videos, I had a big fan when we got to Season 9 on. They would always comment on the bottom of my videos. And they said some comment about certain characters. That made me think, oh my god, I should make a video of the characters from each season and talk about my opinion on them, whether I like them or not, things like that. And then after the characters, I'll be doing the couples from each season and what I think about them. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, please subscribe and click the bell so you get notified on Saturday when I upload those videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!